Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Perspectives of Jerry. Today, I want to step away from my usual topics and talk about something that has been the backbone of my life for as long as I can remember. I spent years as an unarmed martial artist: Taekwondo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, just to name a few. And I transitioned from that into the grace and strategy of Renaissance style fencing. And now I even spend time in the high energy world of competitive lightsaber dueling. Now, on the surface, these look like hobbies or sports. But for me, they've always been a study of the way of the warrior. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't live this to the fullest of every day. I'm human. I stumble. I fall. The idea is to get back up. So I've found that even applying just a fraction of this philosophy to our modern, often chaotic living situations can fundamentally change your life for the better. So let's sit down and talk about what this actually looks like for 2026. And please do remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, because this all does help me keep this dialogue open to you all. I appreciate it. The first thing a warrior learns isn't how to strike. It's how to see. In Japanese martial arts, we call this Zanshin. It translates to remaining mind. And it's that state of relaxed awareness. If you've ever watched a fencer, they aren't staring at the sword. They are seeing the whole person. They are aware of the distance, the breath, and the intent. In our daily lives, we've lost our Zanshin. We are constantly zoomed in, and this is usually on a 6-inch screen in our hands. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We react to life instead of responding to it. And when you're stuck in traffic and someone cuts you off or a coworker sends a snarky email, your awareness snaps and you lose your cool. Living the way of the warrior today means regaining that zoom out. It's about walking through a grocery store or sitting in a meeting and being fully present. When you practice awareness, you realize that most things people do aren't personal attacks. They're just moments in the environment. Zanshin allows you to stay calm when the world is trying to make you frantic. Now let's talk about Judo for just a second here. In Judo, the first thing they teach you isn't how to throw someone across the room. They teach you Ukemi, the art of falling. You spend hours being pushed over, learning how to hit the mat so you don't break your arm or knock the wind out of yourself. And why do they teach that, you ask? Simple. Because in a fight, you're going to fall. Our modern culture is terrified of falling. We're taught that a mistake is a disaster, that losing a job or failing a project is the end of our story. But the warrior knows that falling is just a transition. If you know how to fall, you don't fear the floor. What you should fear is not getting back up. Knock down 7 times, get up 8. I want you to think about your life right now. Are you paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake? If you adopt the warrior's perspective, you realize that falling is just a skill you haven't mastered yet. You hit the ground, you tuck your chin, you roll, and you stand back up. The goal isn't to never fall. It's to become someone who can't be kept down. Now, I want to look at fencing and the lightsaber dueling sides of things. These arts are the instant. In a duel, there's no room for maybe. If you hesitate, you're hit. Thinking gets you killed. Or at least gets you struck because, we're fencing. You have to make a decision and commit to it with your entire body, your entire being. That one move, that one strike, that one option, all of it, all of you, into it. In our current lives today, we suffer from a death by 1,000 options. We overthink every single little thing until we're exhausted. The way teaches you to be decisive. It doesn't mean being impulsive. No. It means once you have got enough information, you act. Whether it's starting that fitness journey, cleaning your house, having a difficult conversation that you've been avoiding, be the fencer. See the opening and take it. Even if the move doesn't work out perfectly, the act of being decisive builds a level of self-respect that waiting and seeing never will. Now, one of the most difficult parts of the warrior's way is the ego. Everyone's got one. Everyone has to deal with it. In the dojo, the mat is the great equalizer to this. It doesn't care who you think you are, only cares about what you can do. In my own life, I've had to check my ego many times. I've gone from being a high-ranking martial artist to a beginner in fencing to a beginner at lightsaber dueling. It's humbling to be bad at something. But that is exactly where growth is. Most people stop growing because they're afraid to look like a beginner. They want to be the master without the years of being the fool. To make your life better today, embrace the white belt mentality. And for those of you that are not aware, because if you're not martial artists, a white belt is your beginning rank. It is the lowest rank there is. You are brand new, you are a beginner, you are a clean slate. This means you need to be willing to be corrected and be willing to learn from people younger than you or more experienced than you. A warrior's greatest enemy isn't the person across from them. It's the voice in their head saying, I already know this. And finally, we have to talk about the way as a daily practice. A sword that isn't cleaned and oiled on a regular will rust. A body that isn't moved will stiffen. I'll be honest with you here. I don't always train. There are days when the Renaissance fencer in me just wants to sit on the couch and watch movies instead of practicing my lunges. But the way isn't about how you feel. It's about what you do. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. It's telling your future self that you care enough about them to do the hard work today. You don't need to be a professional athlete. You just need to find a version of training. Maybe it's a 15-minute, spout of reading or a walk or simply making your bed with the same precision a samurai would fold his clothes. It's the small, repetitive actions that build the character of a warrior. So, why does this all matter, you may ask? It matters because the world doesn't need more people who know how to fight. It needs more people who have the discipline, the awareness, and the courage to be a warrior. Apply all of these things to your living situation. Be more aware of your surroundings. Learn to fall and get back up. Be decisive in your goals and keep your ego in check. And most importantly, no matter what it is, keep practicing. I want to thank you all for joining me again on this Perspectives of Jerry. And I'm on this path alongside you. I am. And now I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you stay disciplined when life gets heavy? Let's talk about it. All right? So until next time, I'll see you then. Continue to be sharp, be kind, and have a great day.